In today's episode, I'll be covering how to create a vehicle template for your decal liveries. First step that you're going to want to do is ensure that you have paint.net, Blender, and of course Roblox Studios. For today's example, we're going to be using this Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor created by Eonware. Um, First thing that we want to do is make sure all of our paint is within the same model. So as we can see here, we've got our paint model and everything, all the main paint stuff is going to be within there. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to paint the vehicle crimson. Once we've done that, we're going to select the paint model, change the origin to 0, and then we're going to right click on the paint model, save/export, export selection, and then you're going to want to save it somewhere you can access it. Once you've saved it, you're going to want to open up your Blender. Just hit A, X, delete. We're going to go to the top left, hit File, Import, Wavefront OBJ. We're going to find our vehicle, make sure that it is the .obj. We're going to split by group and then import it. Now that we've got the vehicle within our Blender workspace, we're just going to quickly separate it into groups. So under our area here, our scene collection, I'm going to create a new collection. So we're going to right click, new collection, there we go. What I'm going to put in this collection is we'll do the roof, we'll do we'll do the trunk, back bumper, front bumper, hood. Yep, okay. We're just gonna drag all that into collection 2, change the visibility, and then we're gonna just create a new collection again. I'll do both rear doors, the front fenders. That's gonna be collection number 3. We're gonna do a new collection once again. I'm gonna do the front doors and that front grille part. This rear part will be its own collection. Now that we've got that, there we go. What we're going to want to do now is you see the face selector. We're just going to hit X. You can turn the visibility back on for this next step. We're going to minimize this as much as possible. Just keep the eyes available for you. We're going to go to our overlays, turn off the floor, grid, and 3D cursor. And there we go. Now that we've got this, I'm just going to zoom in and position the vehicle. I want to get it as tight as possible. Now that we have this, I'm going to disable, let's see, we're going to change the visibility of collection, we'll do collection 1 right now. So just make all the other collections invisible. Once we've made all of the collections invisible, as seen there, just go ahead and scoot that back over. We're going to want to hit A. As we can see, this vehicle is kind of fucked up in this area. So we're just going to want to account for that when we're actually making our template. So yeah, we're going to go view render image, or viewport render image. We're going to click image, copy, open our paint.net, and then just go ahead and paste that. Now that we have the vehicle or the image in paint.net, we're going to hit image, resize, make sure maintain aspect ratio is on. We're going to do 8,000. And then what we're going to want to do is hit Control Shift M. We're going to want to drag this lower left area along the grid up to the top left, and then just hit OK. What we're then going to want to do, select your magic wand, tolerance 17. We're going to hold Control, hit Shift, and click. Now that we've got that, just create a new layer, zoom out, copy, paste, and take a vibrant color like green, and then just fill that line in. And there we go for that. This background is not going to matter, so we're just going to delete that. I'm going to name this quarter panel. Oh, that's quarter panel. Quarter panel. Okay, we've got that. We're going to return to Blender if I can. We're going to invisible the collection that we just did. Going to visible another collection. We're going to hit A, drag that back over, and then just repeat the process. So view, viewport render image, image, copy. We're going to open paint.net, just go file, new, hit OK, paste, Control R, make that 8,000, Control Shift M, OK, Control Shift, click on the line. We're going to copy, add a new layer, paste, zoom back in on one of the lines, Control Shift click with our paint tool, paint bucket. We've got that now. I'm gonna Control C, copy that, go back to this one, new layer, paste it. What we're going to do now is, so we don't have to do it later, going to use our rectangle select, drag over the roof, copy, paste. Going to name that roof. We're going to do the rear bumper, copy, new layer, paste, rear bumper, layer 2. We'll do the trunk, copy, new layer, paste, trunk, and then we'll do the hood, copy, new layer, paste, hood, layer 2, copy, new layer, paste, front bumper. We're going to go back to layer 2, just delete that. There we go. We're going to scroll up, create a new layer. We'll keep that there. We're going to do the same thing we just did. We're going to hide that collection, enable another collection, scoot back, click in the gray, hit A, view, viewport render image, image, copy, paint.net. We're going to go back to this one. We're going to Control V, Control Shift X, Control R, 8000, Control Shift M. OK. Magic wand, Control Shift click, new layer, paint bucket, Control Shift click, copy, go back to this one. We're now on layer 7 for it. I'm going to Control V, going to do the rectangle again. We'll do new layer, copy that rear door, paste the rear door, name it rear door. Go back to layer 7, do the front fender, new layer, paste, front fender, layer 7, delete. We're going to go up rear door, new layer again, and then you essentially want to just repeat this until you've got your entire vehicle side done. It's the same process if you're doing the trunk, hood, or whatever. Just one thing you really want to make sure is that you don't have two parts touching each other like this. You don't want that. So as long as it's spaced out, you will be fine. We're gonna do, we've got this, put that away, view, viewport render image, copy. We're gonna go here. We're gonna paste, Control Shift X, Control R, 8000, Control Shift M, do that. Take our magic wand, Control Shift click, new layer, Control Shift click again with our vibrant color in the paint fill, paint bucket, Control C. We're on new layer, or the 9, layer 9. We're gonna Control V. Now we've got the rectangle tool, Control, new layer, Control V, and we've got the front door. And then we'll get the grill portion from layer 9. Control C, new layer, Control V, grill part. There we go. Just delete number 9. If you have a small little circle like that, just go through your layers, like I'm gonna do here, and you're just pretty much gonna wanna delete that. There we go. Now that we've got all of our outlines done, I'm gonna go down to the very first layer, create a new layer, drag that under, name this base/print. Then we've got that. We'll open our Blender. We'll deselect all of that. We'll enable all of our collections again. move that bar off to the side, viewport render image, image, copy, open our paint.net again, Control V, Control Shift X, Control R, 8000. Remember to have maintain aspect ratio, and OK. We'll zoom out. We'll do Control Shift M. Remember the bottom left to the top left. OK. Here, what we're going to do is now that we've got our vehicle, we're just going to go Adjustments, Black and White. Now we've got a clean white car. We'll select the entire thing with our rectangle. Control C. Go base/print on our other image. Control V. And now we've got our outlined decal. And the process you have to go through for that entire thing, just let me know. I'll more than likely make a video on it anyways. With that being said, I guess this is video. Just make sure when you're saving it as a PDN, so you're not compressing it and all of these parts are getting fucked up essentially. Anyways, that's going to be the video for today. Hope to see you in the next video, I guess. Let me know if this video was helpful in any way or if it was more confusing than helpful. If you run into any issues, just feel free to comment down below. I'll try and help you, but yep, stay safe, and I guess just don't die, man.